Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to New York City FC versus Atlas FC in Leagues Cup East 3 group stage. Toronto's group, of course. East 3. Let's have some fun with it. New York City FC contra Atlas FC en la Leagues Cup fase de grupos. Let's see how much Toronto has to do in the next two games after today, because this is what really matters. So with that being said, starting 11s are as follows. In goal, Luis Barraza. The back three, Thiago Martins, Maxime Chanot, Tavon Gray. The midfield four, Brian Coufret, Keaton Parks, Talesh Magno, James Sands. The attacking midfield two, Santi Rodriguez, Matias Pellegrini, and striker Ilinic. For Atlas, in goal, Camilo Vargas. The back four, Jose Abella, Hugo Nervo, Anderson Santamaria, Luis Reyes. The midfield three, Jordi Caicedo, Aldo Rocha, Jaziel Martinez. And the attacking forward three, Eduardo Aguirre, Mateo Garcia, and Guzman. No Oziel Herrera. Well, I want NYCFC to win as well because I think it'd probably be easier to beat Atlas. So, especially you just got to shut them down. Really, all you got to do is hopefully they don't start Oziel or shut down Oziel Herrera because they got rid of everybody else. Atlas isn't really that good right now. So, New York isn't good right now either, but if Toronto's going to get out of the group, I'd say they need to beat Atlas first. That's just my guess, though. That's just the way I see it, though. So, well, there you go. So, yeah, I do want New York to win this. How we doing, Mile High? New York will win 3-0. I don't know about that, but I think they'll probably win. Would Messi winning the Leagues Cup be more impressive than him winning the World Cup? Well, I mean, it would be more impressive because Argentina is a world-class team. Argentina's got world-class players all around Messi, and they did, especially in 2022. This is Messi taking players that, if they're that talented, they're older. They've played with him before, but they're older players. And if they're not world-class, they're just not world-class. I know this is something that Give and Go basically said, but I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree that, in my opinion, this is more impressive. He should have won the World Cup. Argentina was a favorite for a reason. So, him winning the Leagues Cup and maybe even making the playoffs with Miami is probably more impressive than the World Cup. Same here, to be honest. It's enjoyable to watch, but that's sort of what Toronto was going for, and they didn't do it right, if we're being honest. So it makes me sort of jealous. Let's see who the Rapids play. Give me a second. Let me see who they play. I don't think so, but let's see. Nashville? No, they're not winning. There's no way. No. And they're playing in Nashville? Yeah, no. Colorado's losing. Yeah, there's no way. No. Colorado's losing. How we doing, Rory? Hedges to Austin, what do you think? Well, we didn't get rid of Mabica, so I'm fine with it. Hedges, here's the thing about Matt Hedges. He's good, but he's not very healthy. Like, he's been catching knocks for the past 3 years. If he was fully healthy, I'd be a bit mad about it. But you know what? If he wants to be closer to his family in Texas, he wants to go to a team that'll probably keep him more healthy, and he could be the player that he is. He's probably going to play 90 minutes for the rest of the season now because he's going to Austin. Again, Toronto needs to fix their physio staff. Hedges would have been better had he was completely healthy, but he wasn't. So if it gets us Gam to bring Richie back or make a move that's worthwhile, you know what? It's for it for me. You know what? For the rest of the season, personally, They should just play Stefanovic and Mabica, or O'Neal and Mabica, to be honest. I don't want to see Rusted play, that's for sure. But Stefanovic was good when he played against RSL. Good player. Mabica is good. Might as well, you know. I don't drink Pepsi, so... I mean, I like the Ibarra and Latif signings. I do. But it really doesn't matter considering this season is pretty much over. And it depends on what the Leagues Cup is that makes this look better or worse. Or just, you know, as bad as it is, or maybe better. I don't know. Austin Juarez prediction. Austin loses to Juarez. If they lost to Mazatlan, they're losing to Juarez. And Juarez is actually good this year. So you know what? Yeah. 3-1. NYCFC and Hot Loss is about to start. Yeah, the Mets are out of town. Yes. And the Yankees are in town, I'm guessing. Because if both were out of town, they'd still be playing at Yankee Stadium. I don't blame him, to be honest. I don't blame him. It sucks he's going to Saputo's team, but you know what? I don't blame him. I don't blame him. They pretty much lied to Insigne and Bernadeschi to get him over. I mean, I don't blame him. So, hope it works out for him. True. Waiting for the kickoff to happen. I don't know what's going to be more of a clown show, TFC this year. Or the AFC East in general. Like, if it was possible to have, like, all 4 teams in the division go to the playoffs, I'd say the AFC East is probably one of the most likely this year. Yeah, true. Buffon retiring. That, my friend, is a goalkeeper, not Ochoa. Hey, I'm more of a Buffon fan anyway. Gigi Buffon is a legend in my book. And he's better than Ochoa. People give Ochoa the respect they should give Buffon, to be honest. At least that's the way I feel about it. And I'm not even really a Juve fan. This is really just Azzurri talking, you know. If Bacala or Armas was still coaching TFC, would TFC's Leagues Cup group be the clown show group? It still is. It still is. Atlas sucks right now, and it's really just Ozzy Herrera and friends. New York's probably the best team in the group, but they still suck, and we suck. It doesn't matter who's coaching us. It's still the clown show group. We all suck. I do like Atlas's kit, though. That does look really nice. That red and black kit, that looks nice. About to kick off, but still, it doesn't matter who's coaching us. All 3 teams in this group suck. It's a clown show group anyway. We're probably the most drama-filled team of the 3. But I don't know. New York's losing one of their best players. Atlas has gotten rid of everybody but Ozzy Herrera and Aldo Rocha. But really, he's started getting to that Bradley level where I don't even know if it's worth it for him to make a move. Vargas is a good goalkeeper, but still. Would TFC still make it out of the group if Bacala and Armas were still coaching TFC? Well, Armas could beat Atlas. If he beat Leon, he could beat Atlas. So maybe we would get out of the group if Armas was coaching. If Bacala was coaching, no. I mean, we could make it out of the group. It just depends on how things shake out. I would rather it have to be we have to beat Atlas to get out of the group because I think we can. We're really good defensively, you know. If that's one good thing about TFC this year is they're really good defensively. And all we have to do is cover Ozan Herrera. As long as we could score a goal or two and maybe actually give a crap, maybe we could actually beat Atlas, you know? So that sounds good. So it's interesting, you know. I mean, I think New York is a little bit too better for us, or there's more threats that could beat us. Leagues Cup, we don't even know if Ozan is going to play for Atlas. He's not starting tonight. He came back from the Gold Cup. You think he'd be starting? It's only been a week. He could play. He's been playing his whole life. Let's see. Moro Manotas is on the bench. Jeremy Marquez on the bench. No Ozan Herrera. Interesting. Let me make sure they didn't sell him. That'd be stupid if they did. They must be giving him some time off. Okay. Okay, they must be giving him some time off. They didn't sell him. But seriously, there's not even anybody on the bench that would scare me for Atlas. Maybe Manotas, but still, nothing scares me. Only Ozan scares me because they got rid of Furch. They got rid of Quinones. They legitimately took away all their firepower, and they're letting Ozan have time off in the Leagues Cup. Stupid. He should be playing. Starting 11 for NYCFC, Barraza, Kufre, Chanot, Thiago Martins, Tavon Gray, Pellegrini, Keaton Parks, James Sands, Ilanich, Santi Rodriguez, and Talesh Magno for NYCFC. That's a pretty good. Monsef Bakrar is on the bench as well. So, personally, if Atlas is going to take away all their firepower, we don't have firepower either. So, it might be a penalty shootout, but you know what? Starting 11, Vargas, Reyes, Santa Maria, Nervo, Abea, Rocha, Martinez, Garcia, Guzman, Caicedo, and Aguirre for Atlas. How we doing? And no Ozan Herrera anywhere on this team. None. When your best players are on the bench, when it comes down to it, without Ozan, Marquez, and Manotas, you got a problem. Atlas is going to be a lost cause. Even though Terry Dunfield's not a good coach, he's still better than Armas and Bacala. Well, if you actually watch the games, like TFC's patterns of play have been better under Dunfield when they 3 out of the 4 games. It's just things have not went their way. It just normally falls apart in the last 5 minutes, except that Orlando game. But against Real Salt Lake, St. Louis, and the Chicago game, they had good patterns of play. They could have easily won those games or got a point. They just didn't. So, yeah, I'm going to agree. Terry is better than Armas and Bacala, and I think has a little bit of bad luck, if you want to call it that. At some point, it's got to turn around, right? Hopefully during the Leagues Cup. That's the hope. Like, there's hope, sadly. There's a little bit of hope when it comes to Terry. If they're going to run for him for the rest of the season, there's a little bit of hope. Because if you've actually watched, I mean, I thought they've had good patterns of play. They've said it. I've said it. You know. Atlas wins tonight. Where's Ozan Herrera? That's my question, because if you had him, I'd agree. You probably would. Ozan will do just enough to win you the game. You don't have him, though, because they're either letting him take time off at the stupidest time of the year, or he's hurt and I don't know about it, or they're trying to sell him anyway and just not let him play until he's sold. Either way, Atlas may have just shot themselves in the foot not letting them play. And selling everybody else, too. Worth a damn. So, yeah, sure, they win tonight. New York may suck, but you don't sell everybody for no reason. Lineup is quite all right for NYCFC. I was thinking to add Monsef Bakrard to the starting 11. Be fine to add as a sub. I agree with that. Atlas wearing red and black. NYCFC wearing their city blue with the mosaic kits. Actually, they don't look half bad. Maybe the mosaic kits are starting to grow on me. I'm not going to lie. Raul Jimenez is going to Fulham. Raul hasn't been good since his injury. What are they doing? I guess because they need to replace Mitrovic because you don't want to play for Fulham anymore? Huh. That is something. And they go for Raul Jimenez, who hasn't been good since his injury. Okay. Yeah, I think Fulham just went backwards. Here we go, and we're off. Atlas kicks off at City Field. Oh my God, you can still see the infield, the way they patched up the infield. No way. No way. Jamaica and Haiti did well at the Women's World Cup, but Haiti got unlucky to concede a penalty to England. I agree. But France is not as good as you would think. I watched the France-Jamaica game. No. France is not as good as you would think. They are legitimately overrated. I mean, I'm happy to see it. I'm happy that Jamaica got a point. But which stadium has the biggest capacity in MLS? Probably Mercedes-Benz. Probably. Blue Jays beat Seattle 4-3. As they should. First minute, playing backwards. How we doing, Ozan? But yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be Mercedes-Benz Stadium having the biggest capacity. Definitely helps that it's an NFL stadium, but Atlanta United pretty much took it over anyway. You mean Mets? But you see why I'm doing it, don't you? It's New York's playing, so. And, NYCFC also wears blue and orange. So, there you go. There you go. It's really just New York's colors. Funnily enough, though, NYCFC is part owned by the Yankees, but they're wearing Mets colors. It's weird. It is sort of weird when you think about it. Cross in. Their away kits are orange and blue, Mets colors. Their home kits are city colors, which sky blue, but they have some dark blue and orange on there, Mets colors. A darker blue and orange. Mets colors. And they're part owned by the Yankees. It really makes no sense. Weird. And they're playing at Citi Field, so the home of the Mets. Did you hear that the 2026 World Cup final will be played at East Rutherford, New Jersey? They're playing at the Dreadlands. I don't like it. NYCFC gives away. They're going to play the World Cup final at the Dreadlands. I'm not surprised. But since they could play in LA, I guess, I mean, the Dreadlands are pretty big. They played football matches there before. Both the old and the MetLife Stadium. Left wing, central attacking mid, somewhere around there. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, you know what? I don't know if I'd rather it be Jerry World or Dreadlands. I'd go with Jerry World. NYCFC plays it back. Keaton. Kufre plays on. To Santi Rodriguez. Cross in. Plays it in. Talish Magno. Still, Talish Magno. Cleared. Oof. It's crazy how San Antonio finally lost to Toyota Field after their last loss against Phoenix Rising back in April 2022. We got beat by Miami FC and goals scored by Ryan Telfer. Telfer scored on y'all? Okay. Jesus Lord. Talish Magno showing his quality. How behind am I? 427. Huh. I guess I'm a little bit behind. It is what it is, though. 432. I'm only seconds behind, according to FOTMob. But hey, New York's looking like they're about to dominate Atlas, I have to say. Which I'm not surprised. Which is sort of what I wanted to happen anyway. The final should be at SoFi. Sadly enough, the field is too narrow. This is the second meeting between Atlas and NYCFC. NYCFC won 2-0 on September 14, 2022 for the Leagues Cup. Or not the Leagues Cup, the Campeones Cup. The Campeones Cup. When they played each other as the Bicampeon, Liga MX, Atlas, and the MLS Cup champions. NYCFC won the Campeones Cup there. I'm 540. I'm 522. Playing for it. Abea plays it back to Vargas. Atlas is on the back foot so far. New York shouldn't have won the last time they played Atlas, and they did. So let's see if it happens again. Well, I would say they're the favorite here, actually, but still. 544. You know what I mean. Exactly. Guzman to take the corner here. Crosses it in. Nobody's there. Save! Behind the net. Goal! Goal for Aldo Rocha. It's 1-0. 1-0 Atlas. Aldo Rocha scores. I thought that went behind the net. Aldo Rocha was way open. And it's 1-0 Atlas. Against the run of play. They find a way to score. Wow. Ooh, boy. Cross in. Aldo Rocha's way behind. And it goes off the hands of Barraza and in. That's on Barraza. That's a horrible. He didn't even palm that away. Aldo Rocha, and it just gets palmed into the net. Ooh. 7th minute, Aldo Rocha scores. It is 0-1, 1-0 Atlas. 1-0 Atlas. No BS goal. I cannot believe it. Like, Luis Barraza legitimately just sold that. He had his hands to it, but then it just, like, goes in. Like, it rolls off his hands and into the net. And besides, nobody was covering Rocha either. What are you doing? Oh, boy. Atlas has the lead. So Toronto has to pick up some points off of NYC, too, pretty much. Where you rank Kareem Benzema in the best number 9s of all time, top 20 or top 10? Top 10. NYCFC player was celebrating with Atlas. I wonder who. 8th minute. That's not good keeping. Nope. Sean Johnson would have saved that. At least I think he would have. Sean Johnson would have saved it. I know that for sure. This is going to be a train wreck of a group. I just hope Toronto comes out of the rubble instead of getting eliminated, but we'll find out. New York isn't that good. Their goalkeeper just sold on them. And if this holds, well, New York might be in some trouble if they don't win on Wednesday, or they'll definitely be in trouble if they don't win on Wednesday or even get a point. So, plays it back to Chanot. But Toronto had a full 10 days off. New York is going to have a short week. So you know what? I like our chances. I know we're going there, but still. You know what? If they actually care, I like our chances. We actually have, well, we already beat them once this year. So one of the 3 teams that Toronto has beaten this year, New York City FC. So it's not like we haven't done it already. So I know it's actually there, but it doesn't look like it matters about their home or road form because they just sold a goal against freaking Atlas. So you know what? What do you think of Al Ali's new front three of Firmino, Riyad Mahrez, and Alan Saint-Maximin? They all should still be in the Premier League, to be honest. It's a damn good front three. Like, that is a deadly front three. And they all should still be in the Premier League. Whether they're at their current clubs or the clubs before or a new club, they should still be in the Premier League. So, Saudi is really changing football. Seems like they're way ahead of what China was doing. It's a similar situation, but they're doing better. 11th minute, 1-0, 1-0 Atlas. It's 1-0, it's fine, need the equalizer. Well, it's probably better if New York wins on penalties than wins outright, for my sake. I mean, it's probably better. So you know what? And it's a short week. Yeah. Probably good, to be honest. With that being said, 11th minute. It's basically like the Chinese Super League 2.0, except there won't be a pandemic that ruins it. Their project will keep going as long as they want to keep it going. It's not going to be force-ended like the Chinese Super League project was. I don't think a pandemic is going to come out of Saudi Arabia to force end their project. Throw in here. But then again, playing back Keaton Parks. Nice recovery from Keaton Parks. New York, besides the one goal, has still played better, though. That's the craziest part. New York is still holding more possession. They've had more chances. They sort of got scored on against the run of play on that corner, and they really weren't covering defensively. Is it me or Talish Magno has his qualities back? Look at him. That's a perfect number 9 from last year. You know what? I think Talish Magno is starting to build back to what he used to be. I agree. Hopefully that shows. I thought this, for a second, I thought this was York versus Valor. How? I mean, I get the red kits. I get Atlas's kits kind of look like Valor's. A little bit lighter red, though. But NYCFC? What? What? That don't look like York? Because New York... I see what you did there. I get Atlas kind of looks like Valor, though. Well, that's cool. Nice. Really, I'm the only one. Weird. NYCFC. Oh! That's a foul. Yep. That was dirty. Yellow card, rightfully so. Rightfully so. Dirty tackle on Keaton Parks. Heavy dirty tackle. Free kick New York, as it should be. Like, that was dirty. I don't care. You going to do a watch along for Miami versus Atlanta? Of course. That's what I'm doing on Tuesday. At least the first one. Yes. I will be doing a watch along for Atlanta versus Inter Miami. Yes. Dirty. I mean, it was. Like, that was a dirty tackle. There's no ball there. Santa Maria gets no ball there. He gets all leg. That should be, honestly, you could go to VAR for that. You could. That, to me, is bordering on a red card. That is bordering on a red card. Bordering on a straight red. Personally. Clean my ass. Yeah, that's bordering on a straight red. Honestly, I agree. Well, it's more like he's had multiple blood clots that have just kept happening, but probably doesn't help when you go after his leg like that. Probably not the smartest idea to go after his leg like that. Could cause some. Don't want to see him any more time taken away from him either. That was bordering on red card. What do you mean clean? That was bordering on a straight red. He got lucky to get a yellow. Free kick here for NYCFC. Can they equalize here? Santi Rodriguez to step up here. 16th minute. Or they're complaining now about where the line is. Oh my God, here we go. Well, this game's going off the rails very quickly. Got to spray a new line. Santi Rodriguez to step up at the top of the half circle. This is definitely good range for a free kick. Most people worth their salt will at least get it on target. Santi over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick, which wasn't too bad, but he got it high. It just never dropped. Or at least when it did, it was behind the net. Do you think MLS or Liga MX's team is winning? I think St. Louis is winning the League's Cup. That was not good. Messi should have took that free kick. Sadly, he doesn't play for New York. And Neymar's not there yet. '18th minute. And aren't New York playing Toronto in Citi Field when they play on Wednesday? So I guess the Mets are still out of town for another couple of days. They're saying that it's a rumor that Neymar could go to NYCFC. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second, but there's a rumor that he could. Free kick for Atlas. That New York is one of the teams he's choosing between. I don't believe he go to New York. Like Saudi, New York, I think a return to Barca. What else? I think Newcastle's in there. We're playing at Red Bull Arena. Oh. Well, NYCFC has 66% possession, but they're still losing 1-0. Football's a weird sport. Imagine if NYCFC does actually acquire Neymar. Well, I mean, they're going to do something this year. I don't know what. Tampa Bay Rays going crazy this year. Playing forward is New York here. That's cleared away by Santa Maria. Into the middle of the box, headed, but Kufre couldn't get there first. The Blue Jays are going to, I won't say they'll win the AL East, but the Blue Jays are going to win the American League. Free kick for Atlas. The Blue Jays are going to win the American League. Even if they have to do it from the wild card, they're going to win the American League. The AL champion will come from the AL East this year, but I think it's going to be the Toronto Blue Jays. Exactly. And you know what? I'm going to call it. The Blue Jays will trade back for Marcus Stroman. They will get him back at the trade deadline. Stroh's going back to Toronto at the trade deadline. I'm calling it right now. Do you think Edson Alvarez will be good for West Ham? Yes. A good Declan Rice replacement. Good replacement. Cross in. Oh, Barraza almost screws it up again. That's a corner. Barraza, oh boy. He is not looking good. Randy Arozarena and Yandy Diaz are mad good. I agree. But Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is mad good. Bo Bichette is mad good. At least hitting. His defense is horrible, but you know what? His defense is absolutely horrible, but you know what? His bat makes up for it. Barraza's struggling, I agree. I saw Arsenal fans singing about Declan Rice and covering Ice Ice Baby. I saw it, yeah. What do you think about Luis Chavez? He could play in the Premier League. He could. He could play for Chelsea with Enzo Fernandez, and he would look amazing. Forget Caicedo. Give me Luis Chavez. Luis Chavez. Easy. Give me Luis Chavez. Forget Caicedo from Brighton. Give me Chavez. Enzo Fernandez and Luis Chavez would be the best midfield duo I've probably ever seen, to be honest. 22nd minute, 1-0, 1-0, Atlas. I don't know why, but you know what? I don't want him. I'd rather have Luis Chavez. Caicedo probably going to flop anyway. Besides, Chelsea needs to really worry about their FFP anyway. So you know what? Go get a cheap Luis Chavez instead for half the price and have a better midfield anyway. Caicedo ain't all what he's cracked up to be. I can tell you that much. At least compared to Luis Chavez. That is true. Kufret. Chavez already paid his own release clause. Damn it. He doesn't want to be Pachuca anymore then, I guess. Crap. But if he paid for his own release clause, technically, that doesn't say he has to go. If he paid his own release clause, that technically means he don't have to go to Russia. Todd Bowley better get on the phone right now, is all I'm saying. Go gazump them. Please. If he's going to Russia, I guess that's good. Or we could just wait till next summer. It'll still be easy to get him out of Russia, too. I mean, we could wait. We could wait. We could wait. That's the kicker, though. They're playing Australia, which is a really good friendly. You know what? I probably should cover that, though, considering. Do you see Russia competing in the 2026 World Cup? Well, no. They'll have to qualify, too. So here's the problem. If they haven't played international games, even if their suspension was lifted past Euro 2025, would they even be unsuspended quick enough to play the qualifiers? And if not, do well enough in the qualifiers? Exactly. There's a lot of things against them besides the sanctions. First, the sanctions have to be lifted in time for them to play the qualifiers. They haven't played international games in a while, so it's going to be definitely harder for them to pick back up. No, they're not. The sanctions will have a knock-on effect. But again, as I said, if you want to punish international sports teams for war crimes, the U.S. shouldn't have been in international sports for the past 30 years. So, there's a bunch of hypocrites in FIFA and the Olympic Committee and the sports world in general, because the USA should have gotten the same treatment 30 years ago and still been under that same treatment. But what do I know? But war crimes stop you from playing international sport now, right? Hell, they didn't even do it to Iraq. Seriously, this is something that seems like they just pulled out of their hind end. Because I don't know. I'm just saying it's hypocritical. If the U.S. is still playing international sports for the past 30 years, they've had a lot more war crimes in the past 30 years than Russia has just done. You want to be a hypocrite? I don't know. Venezuela ring any bells? The war on terror? Desert Storm? I mean, do we really? Rocky's having lunch at Providence Park. Good for him. I love it. Good. That's a good amount of teams. I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's totally hypocritical. It's just totally hypocritical. If war crimes are disqualifying, there's a lot of countries that should have been disqualified in the past 30 years. And the U.S. is one of them. But, you know. But that's just me being an anti-interventionist still, I guess. So at least the Tennis Federation realizes it's hypocritical. Okay. And besides, the players had nothing to do with the war starting. So I don't know why we're punishing the players. They had nothing to do with it. USA is a world power leader of the world. More like the policeman of the world. Because half the stuff they've done, they've had no reason to butt heads into. Speaking of the last 30 years, half the stuff they've done, they've had no reason to butt into. Absolutely none. But again, I'm just an anti-imperialist, so who cares? You know, I'm just an anti-imperialist. Anti-interventionist. That's just me. So. Yeah. I'd say half the Mexican teams. Cruz Azul looks horrible. Cruz Azul ain't taking it seriously. Austin isn't. I have to say they're not, but they just suck internationally. Let's see. Pumas? Oh, no, they came back, though. Still lost the shootout. Pumas, I guess. San Jose didn't really... Once they got their spirit broken, they didn't care. They knew the Portland game was where they needed to get points. Oh, I knew that. But somewhere along the line, that changed. Let me think. When did that change? Oh! The Cold War. Or at least for no reason, I should say. Of course, they were in World War I and World War II, but there was a reason for that. And they realized how much money it made them. And then the Cold War happened, and then... Yeah, there you go. But yeah, they... But war makes money, you see. You could fight for causes when you're making a lot of money. You say you're fighting for causes, but you're really just making money and you're making companies more money. It is what it is. Oh, no. To me, it seems a bit fishy. 32nd minute. Who's winning, Pueblo or Minnesota? Minnesota. On penalties. Ooh. You know, I'd say Tottenham. Tottenham would be a good fit. Tottenham would be a good fit. Tottenham would be a good fit, actually. Let's see, who else? I could see Santi playing for Tottenham. Brentford. I mean, Brentford's probably... Yeah, Brentford. Trying to think here. Wolves. Yeah. Tottenham, Wolves, Brentford, teams like that. Yeah, but Hedges wasn't really the investment we thought he would be. You know what? If that $500K Gam gets Richie back or gets a good player, you know what? I'm not going to complain about it. Hedges was way too injury prone. And Mabica's a better defender. Stefanovic is a good defender. And he's only 16, 17. So, Rolstead shouldn't play. O'Neal could do it. I don't really think that says it's a write-off. I just think the money's worth more than Hedges is at this point. Mabica really sort of took his job. So, 1-0 in the 34th minute. Mark Goldbridge, Irish guy, Ryan LFC, of course. Give and Go. I watch a lot of them. Give and Go. Expressions, Troops. I don't watch Rory Jennings. Hell no. Lewis, Chelsea Fan TV. Yeah, that's my point. And honestly, I think Santi fits better with Postecoglou. I'm wearing a John Cena shirt. Why would I think he sucks? I don't know if you noticed. July 26th is when NYC plays Toronto in the 35th. And now it's in the 35th minute, 1-0 loss. Raul Jimenez is going to Fulham. What do you think of loss so far? They got lucky that Barraza let one ball into the net. So they don't look that good. New York's been the better team. They just let one in so easily, and they haven't got one back. I do. I watch his stuff when I'm not on there sometimes. I just watched the stream they did for France versus Jamaica when Talawa took over. I just watched that earlier today. A little bit of it. So, yeah, of course. If I'm not on his channel, I do watch some of his stuff. If I got the time, I'll watch it. Whether it's live or after it's live, but I do. How we doing, Daniel? Harry Kane to PSG on the board, transfer market 64%. I still think Bayern. I watch Macwell too, yep. Tottenham are going to be really bad now without Harry Kane. They need to get more signings. I believe Postecoglou will do whatever he needs to get them to be better. It may take a while, but still. I agree with that. Nice. I agree with that. I agree. They should at least. Odd lots don't look that good. Yeah. 36 minute. Sporting KC are 1-0 up against Cincinnati. What? You said what now? You said what now? "37th minute. I like Outlast's kit." I agree with that. If I liked them and actually, well, you know what? No, I don't hate them as much as Montreal. I'd still buy their kit, to be honest. I like it. Like the slash half instead of like down the middle. Like the triangular halves or whatever. I don't know how to put it. Kufre crosses. What the hell did Talish Magno just do? He flopped like a fish. Buddy boy flopped like a fish. Kufre with a great cross. How long until Malula gets announced? I'm not sure. I would say maybe the GAM's for him. I don't know. You think he'd be a U22 initiative player? I'd say probably a week and a half at the least. Still seems like it's sort of they still got to work things out. Hagelin own goal against Cincinnati. I'm not surprised. Damn. Me either. Me either. 38th minute. Lost 1-0 win over Toronto. Last minute penalty. That's my prediction. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. St. Louis. St. Louis is a very good club. They know how to beat some good teams. Just because they're new doesn't mean they're a pushover. St. Louis has an amazing fan base. They'll push that team to do some good stuff. Yeah, I hope I'm there. SKC are 2-0 up against Cincinnati. Hopefully I'm there. We'll find out very soon. Probably tomorrow or Tuesday at the very earliest. But hopefully I'm there. I'll try to vlog it if I am. Maybe I'll put the vlog on the review. Like, I'll do the vlog and, like, put that the second half of the review. I don't know. Or maybe I'll do the review outdoors. I don't know. We'll see. If I'm there. If I'm not, I'll do regular schedule programming. But what happened to Cincy? I'm not sure. Kansas City must be having a really good game. Are they playing at TQL Stadium? Cincinnati might be losing a game at TQL Stadium. The end is nigh. But St. Louis, I think, is the harder opponent for America. I really do. I think Columbus is easier for America to beat. I think Columbus is definitely here or there. They're either really good or really questionable. I'm not going to say bad, but they have some bad moments. St. Louis is very consistent. Maybe against America, that'd be the hardest thing for them to win. But you know what? If anybody could do it as an expansion team, it could be this St. Louis team. They're playing at TQL Stadium. I can't believe Cincinnati's losing at home. America just got Julian Quinones. I know. But St. Louis is St. Louis. I didn't say St. Louis was going to win. I just said they'd be the harder opponent of America's so far, of these two group teams. I think St. Louis is the harder opponent. And I've watched more St. Louis, but St. Louis has been very, very, very consistent. You're overhyping St. Louis. They're top of the West as an expansion team. What do you mean overhype? I enjoy watching them play. They're good. St. Louis is good. Maybe. They may not beat America, but they have a chance. At least more of a chance than Columbus. 41st minute, 1-0, 1-0 Atlas. I didn't say St. Louis was the favorite. I just said they had a better chance to beat America than Columbus. I don't know how better that chance is, but it's a better chance. It'll be a good game. I hope I'm there, to be honest. .42 minute. May take me longer to put up the RSR depending on what I do. And I may just put, if I go, I may just put the vlog with the RSR like at the second half of it, depending on what I do. So stay tuned. Are you watching this in Spanish? No, I'm watching it on Apple TV in English. If I was to put on the what is it called? The sound, it would be in English. 43rd minute, 1-0. 1-0. Who's MLS's dark horse? I think Messi's going to start against it. Oh, wait, they have turf. Oh. You know what? Messi might just play the second half. I just realized Atlanta has turf. He may not even play. If you said he won't go and play on turf, but maybe they get him to play a half. I don't know. Maybe they could jolt him to play a half, but he probably won't start. You have a point. Free kick for New York in the 44th minute. I don't know. 1-0, 1-0 Atlas. New York has basically held the possession of play and the amount of play throughout this game, but crazily enough. Who's MLS's dark horse? I mean, Miami. I don't know if that's a dark horse. I think if Toronto gives a crap, They might as well. Mazatlan will be the dark horse. Well, no, they did beat. Austin just embarrasses themselves during international play. Don't take that too seriously. Santi couldn't get there. Less than a minute to go before stoppage time. Toronto ain't making out of the group. If they give a shit, they may will. But they have to give a shit. They've had good possessions, good runs of play against under Dunfield. As long as they care, maybe they'll score a goal or two. If they do that, well, there you go. I don't think it's completely out of the realm of possibility. Maybe they just gave up in MLS because they're in a really deep hole, you know? So. Maybe they realize this tournament's their best chance to get the Champions Cup, so they try to take it. At least that's how my brain is working. Maybe their brains don't work that way, but you know what? Maybe they need a coach that's going to rip into them and say, hey, this matters. You better play like it matters. If you play like it matters, it is what it is. If you play like you have in the league recently, especially at the end of games, that's your problem. 3 minutes of stoppage time. And Miami's bottom of the table, and people think Miami can win this tournament. I know Messi's a different situation, but still. That team still pretty much sucks besides Messi. Let's not joke around. I mean, you saw it exactly. Messi changed that game 100%. Besides that, Miami's still Miami. It's not like, at least for now. So, I mean, let's not be too hasty. (46-31). It was 3 minutes of stoppage time. Give them time. Austin FC said the reason why they're losing is because they don't have Driussi and Donnie. Villarreal 2-1 over Atletico Pantoja. Huh. Pantoja's not really that good this year. Interesting. Sands plays forward. Keaton Parks. 47th minute. Plays it in. Talish Magno right there. Shot. Past the post. Almost ties it up right before the half. Talish Magno puts it wide. New York should have been up 2-1 by the half, but they're not. That's the craziest part here. They've played so well, but they're losing against the run of play. That is so, well, it's football. Sometimes that happens, but still, they should be winning. So if Austin makes Champs Cup, don't predict them to go far. I wasn't going to do that after Violette, but after Mazatlan, hell no. How do you feel about them playing on a baseball field? The same way I've always felt about it. I wish New York had a real stadium. Halftime, it's 1-0. 1-0 Atlas. Aldo Rocha in the 7th minute. Off the howler by Barraza. There's another 45 minutes. Can NYCFC tie this up or even score 2 goals to win this outright? We'll find out. But, yeah, New York needs a real stadium, let me tell you. They have the plans. It's just not been done yet. Besides, you could just tell the infield hasn't really even been covered. One 0 1-0 Atlas. How's SKC winning? I have no idea. Weird. With that being said, sit tight. We'll be back for the stats of the half. 1-0, 1-0 Atlas. 45 more minutes, and then we'll review this one, and that's it for today. NYCFC should be leading, but they're playing on Thursday, I should say. St. Louis. Oh, wait. What's going on with St. Louis? They're playing tonight. Oh, let's see. We start at 6:10, right? 6:30. Let's see. I guess it's raining in Columbus. It's raining. Kickoff is at least an hour away. Thunderstorms in downtown Columbus. So that's what's going on. Rain delay. Sit tight, and be back. And we're back for the stats at the half. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, subscribe, send super chats on the live streams. You know what it is. Let's go. 60% possession to 40% possession, 7 shots to 4. 240 accurate passes, 86% to 143, 73%. 8 shots or 8 fouls to 8. 1 offside to 0. 1 corner to 3. 7 shots to 4. 1 shot on goal to 2. 278 passes to 181. 86% pass accuracy to 79. 7 throws to 9. 1 yellow card to 1. 0 red cards to 0. Settle uno. 1-0 Atlas. New York's played the better half. That's the craziest part. New York's been the better team. They just let 1 goal in. Sort of a howler, too. They let 1 howler in on not even covering Otto Rocha. He hits it off the hands of Barraza and in. That's why it's 1-0. 1-0. New York should be leading, though. That's the craziest part. I think New York's been the better team. They're wrongfully down. Sometimes that happens. But they're wrongfully down at the half. If they get this to a shootout, whether they win the shootout or not, I'd say that's about right, to be honest. 45 more minutes to go. Of course, Atlas does not look that threatening, and New York, honestly, they do. They're the better team, but I'd say Toronto has a better chance of beating Atlas if they beat anybody in this group, I would say. Especially if Ozan doesn't play that one either. But they could somehow pull some off against New York, too. Let's remember, they did beat New York this year. They did. So let's just remember that. Isn't it strange Bill Manning hasn't learned about being transparent with the fans after the sacking of Bob? You would think he'd be trying a different approach, unless he feels like he has the same path as Bob. Here's the thing. He knows he's done. He knows he's gone. He knows that unless this season was turned around miraculously and there was a manager, I wouldn't even say that, but like the season gets turned around miraculously, here's the thing. He knows he's done. What's the point about him being transparent? The fans don't like him anyway. They don't want him in the door. They want him gone. So when it comes down to it with Bill Manning, he knows he's done, at least when it comes to TFC. Maybe he still has the job for the Argos and they take away the TFC president tag, but you know what? I think he's more worried about that, to be honest. I think he's more worried that he loses both. I think he's more worried that he loses both TFC and the Argos. That's probably what he's more worried about. If he's just the Argos president, he probably doesn't care if he loses the TFC part of it, to be honest. But you know what? Bill, he knows he's done with TFC. He knows he's done with him. He knows that after the season, he's out on his ass, too. So, he knows it. So, what's the point about being transparent? If he was to be transparent, it would be like, yeah, I'm probably out on my ass at the end of the season unless we miraculously turn everything around in spite of me. And he would probably admit that, and you can't do that. So, when it comes down to it, Bill knows he's screwed. He knows he's screwed. Such is life. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that super chat button. Let's get this one going, y'all. Club America's winning this tournament. I wouldn't be too shocked. Let's see if New York can come back round in this match. Bill has a perfect record with the Argos this year, probably because he's scared of being fired. The Argos are actually good, though. It's not like, I mean, yeah, it probably helps. He's probably telling them, hey, you better do your part. Cincinnati scored. Looks like they're about to. And you know what's funny? They had Pinball speak to TFC, Michael Pinball Clemens. And I like Pinball. This is nothing against him, but he's also the Argos GM who's working under Bill Manning. So, of course, Bill probably takes some time out of Pinball's day to be like, hey, you know what? Talk to them, Try to inspire them to do something, I mean, if anybody could, it's Pinball, right? If anybody could who isn't an actual football manager, it's Pinball. I like Pinball, don't get me wrong. He's probably one of the most inspirational men I've ever heard speak. It was good for the Argos back in the day, but still. Like, it's just like, yeah, you really don't need to inspire them. How about you inspire these sad sacks? Save my ass. Please. New York and Atlas, the two teams playing right now, Pulskamp own goal. Yeah, but it was bound to happen. Cincinnati doesn't lose at TQL. Yeah, and they're going to lose to Chivas too because Polito ain't playing. That's just stupid to headbutt somebody. So it wasn't a Murphy goal. It was a Pulskamp own goal. Who does Toronto have in their group? Now they're going into a weather delay. Well, that makes sense considering they're close to Columbus. That doesn't surprise me. Bound to happen. Teams are walking out for the second half, and we'll be on our way. It's over at 9 p.m. Eastern. What, the New York game? Yes. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that super chat button. Let's get this one going, y'all. So, no weather in Columbus. So at some point, they should be able to play soon. Minnesota beats Pueblo on penalties. They draw, and then Minnesota wins the shootout. That's my guess. Atlas is not back out yet. Here comes Atlas. The last day of the first match round of the group stage is today, of course. 15 matches per match day. 5, 10, 15 are match rounds, so they've already played 15. Tuesday, the next match round starts from Tuesday to Thursday. Because we have Monday off, Tuesday to Thursday. And Saturday, Sunday, Monday to end the group stage. Minnesota should win because of Pookie. Yeah, I would agree with that. I'd be surprised if Puebla beats Minnesota because they keep being dismantled by other teams almost every season. That's true. And here we go. New York to kick off the second half. Can they tie this up and send this to a shootout or win outright? Would be good if they could. Would be deserved if they could do either. Are you going to buy the new EAFC game? I'll get it for Christmas. But I'll get it. Don't worry. 46th minute. I'll get it at Christmas time. But ooh. Ilinich plays forward. And that's a bad giveaway. Can Atlas get one? Nope. Out for a goal kick. Corner. Real Madrid has a friendly against AC Milan at Rose Bowl tonight, 10:10 p.m., so 9:10 Central. Should be interesting. Cross in. Header. Saved! Barraza keeps a hand on it. Hercules seems to be having a great time on vacation. I'm glad. I'm glad. He deserves it. I'm glad. Plays back to Barraza. Barraza almost caused another goal against a couple of seconds ago. Oh! Oh, no. No way. Player down, untouched. No, he gets up, though. Okay. Put on ESPN Deportes. I could just watch on ESPN Plus then, if I wanted to. Cross in. '47th minute. That went out for a corner. Yeah. PlayStation or Xbox? Got PlayStation. I collect a lot of game systems, or at least I have collected a lot of game systems. My collection's sort of been a holding pattern for a while. But PlayStation. Daily Driver PlayStation. Reyes takes the corner. Crosses in, headed away. 47th minute. Playing forward, good play. Free kick for New York. No subs have been made at the half. Both teams with 3 windows and 5 subs. Sands plays forward. Santi Rodriguez. Santi. Cross in. Headed away. 49th minute. Good defensive play. Not enough, though, to pick it back up. 49th minute. Oh! Oh! New York's trying to get that equalizer. Free kick here for Outlaws. 50th minute. 1-0, 1-0. New York needs to at least find that equalizer and see if this can go to penalties. I don't see the foul. Oh, maybe. Go down like a sack of potatoes. Maybe that's why. Free kick. '51st minute. Okay. Bahia. '51st minute. Playing forward. Nice. Cross in. Headed away. Plays in. And nothing there. Right to Camilo Vargas. That'll be a goal kick. Gotham 3, Orlando 1 in the Challenge Cup. Good result for Gotham. That was a lot better. Yeah, I agree. A lot better. I mean, I don't know. Thorns won 4-1. I saw. And Louisville won their game as well. And Louisville also won theirs as well. Racing Louisville. So. Oh no. Here comes Outlaw Santa Maria. Ooh. 53rd minute. Cross in. New York playing forward. Oh, bad giveaway. Dummy. Yeah. Yeah. Playing forward is Outlaw. Shot saved by Barraza. Dummy. Yeah. Yeah. '55th minute. 1-0 1-0. Let me talk to you. New York is still dominating possession-wise. Corner here. Cross in. Header. Past the post. 55th minute. Boom. LA 9. Throw in for NYCFC. 57th. 57th. Ilinich is off for Siegel. Interesting move. That's an interesting move. We'll see. 56th minute. New York makes their first sub. Siegel is on. They have 4 subs and 2 windows left. Should be interesting. 57th minute. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. Plays it back to Barraza. Dear Lord in heaven. Dear Lord in heaven, Barraza. He has almost cost New York. Well, he definitely cost him the first goal, but he might just cost him the game. Bad Munsef back row, but all right. He'll probably come in at some point. I don't think he's out of the realm of possibility. More of a midfield sub there, but still. 57th minute. Keaton Parks, yellow card for Martinez. Yep. Playing forward here. 58th minute. Oh, no. Luckily, Tavon Gray gets that ball back. Oh, free kick for New York. Bad giveaway there, Tavon Gray. '59th minute. New York playing forward, looking for that equalizer to at least send it to penalties. after 90. Big defensive play by Atlas. Abea keeps it. And then New York gets it back here. Talish Magno alone, but Siegel comes up, can't get to the ball. Keaton Parks still with New York. Talish Magno can't control it. Given away. 60th minute. Plays it long here. Pellegrini. Oh! Free kick. Nope. SKC is weather delayed. TQL Stadium. Not surprising. Santi Rodriguez plays it up to Siegel. Free kick for NYCFC. Pellegrini is off for Ledesma. Richie Ledesma is on for Matias Pellegrini. New York has 3 subs in 1 window. I don't know if that makes a smart decision, but okay. 3 subs, 1 window. That doesn't seem too smart to me. The last time they did a triple sub, or a quadruple triple sub. Free kick here for New York. Free kick taken over the bar. That was a waste. Goal kick for Vargas in the 61st minute. Cool Freight puts it over the bar. What do you think of Rumble so far? Is it worth it right now? I mean, it's good to have a backup. I would say it's worth it for that reason. I'd like the channel over there to grow. Link in the bio. If I got to 100 subscribers, I could start going live over there too. But would be good. But still, I mean, it's worth it to have. I mean, how long did it take you to get to 2.2K subs here on YouTube? Well, I've just got to 2.2K. My first 1,000 took till August 2021. To get my second 1,000, it took till May 5th this year to get to that second 1,000. So it only took less than. It took to get to my first 1,000. It took 2. So 2019 to 2020 of January 1st. 2019 to 2020 is 1 year. 2020 to 2021 is 2. 2 years and 8 months to get to my first 1,000. To get to my second 1,000 from August 2021 to 22 is a year, over a year. So a year and 10 months. So it took me less time to get my second 1,000. And then my past 200, I've gotten over 2 months. So the subs have definitely piled up quicker and quicker the further we went, you know. I think the first 200 after my 1,000 took a little bit quicker. That first 1K bear is really tough. It is, especially if you're not streaming. Just making videos, you know, sort of hard. Then when you start streaming, it starts picking up a little bit more because streams, in my opinion, do better than videos. Probably because there's more view time and more opportunity. I just think streams in the moment probably do better because when it comes to sports, I think the more topical you are, the better. And when the video comes out, it's like you're starting to really, it depends on how good the video does, right? Like sometimes the algorithm does not back you, like that Portland San Jose game, which really that game wasn't anything special anyway. So sometimes the algorithm doesn't back you. And to me personally, sports are very topical for a moment, but it's a very quick moment, which I think that's what the streams capitalize on, is the topicality of a match. Now, depending on how my reaction is, may make the views do better on a certain video. But, you know, maybe if there's more topicality post the match, the video does better. Or if the algorithm picks it up a lot more. So, how the hell is NYCFC still losing to Ratloss? I have no idea. They're dominating. They're just unlucky to have allowed a goal early, to be honest. How we doing, Mile High? So pretty much. Like, it's not a secret that when I started streaming, that's when I really started kicking into gear. So I basically think the way this channel is set up, the streams do better than the videos. And I'm fine with that. Hopefully at some point it gets closer and closer, but still. The YouTube game is a grind. I agree. I agree, to be honest. Loss is garbage right now, yes. To be a content creator, it's only for the strong, to be honest. Or, well, yeah, I mean, if you're playing the long game, it's definitely for the strong. Now, some people hit it really lucky. But to me, I don't think the people that really hit it lucky is talented. You know, I think if you're playing the long game, which pretty much, I think the more talented you are, if you're going to break, it's the long game. If you're doing some dumb shit and you're not talented, somehow you're going to be lucky and just get, you know, that one video that just pops you off for absolutely no reason. Like, I don't think Shane Dawson is talented. I don't think, like, Smosh may be the most talented big channel that popped off. Smosh is talented to me, at least Anthony and Ian. I like Jogwheel, John Paula, Jory Karen. They were talented, but they kind of stopped. To me, I mean, I'm definitely obnoxious sometimes, but you know. But I try to be serious as well. That probably doesn't, you know, help. But throw in. But maybe there's minuses to having a big audience. So I don't know. Man switches allegiance from CR7 to Messi. I mean, I don't blame him. I kind of did the same thing. Or I didn't switch my allegiance. I just respect them both. But I can't blame him. I used to hate Messi with a fire of 1,000 suns. Now I respect them both because it's stupid to hate them. It's stupid to hate one or the other. I mean, that's true. But I don't blame him. I mean, I didn't switch my allegiance. I used to hate Messi with a fire of 1,000 suns, but there was no reason to hate him. Like, and I shouldn't have because I love Pozuelo. I said it at the end of the Miami video. I love the Aldi version of Messi. Why not love the actual Messi, you know? That was just me being some sort of counterculture dude for some reason, you know? Do you see 2-0 coming, or does it go penalty if 1-1? It goes to penalties if it's tied, but it's not been tied yet. But still, like, to me, it's kind of funny how I like the Aldi, like I love the Aldi version of Messi, and I did that before I realized, you know what? Maybe I should respect Messi. Maybe I should like both guys. What's the point about hating one of them? The World Cup definitely put it into perspective for me. I'm not going to lie. And Cristiano's sort of been a jackass recently, but you know what? But that's always been him, to be honest. 70th minute, the Aldi Messi. Pozuelo legitimately is the Aldi Messi. And I don't say that as a slight. I say that as he reminds me of Messi. He's not Messi, but he's similar. And he's probably not as talented, but he... Like, if you're telling me I had to build a team around a number 10 and I couldn't get Messi, but I wanted to set it up sort of like that, I'd get Pozuelo. So, I don't think it's a slight. It's just, it is what it is. Who would be the Aldi CR7 then? I don't know. I don't know. I think there's only one Cristiano. I don't think there's even an Aldi Cristiano. I think there's just one Cristiano. Like, besides, you kind of have to have the ego. Oh, no. Like, Clint Dempsey, maybe? Like, that's the closest I could think of was Clint Dempsey. Had an ego for no reason, but he was sort of street as well, but he kind of had a really good career. Yeah, Clint Dempsey's probably the closest I could think of. Aguirre for Dominguez. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I agree with that. He didn't have to do that. Zaldivar for Martinez. So Atlas has made 4 subs. 1 left. New York's made 2. They have 3 left in 1 window. 72nd minute. So far, they're winning a la Atlas. And they didn't need VAR. He should have won a Europa League with Fulham. I agree. Dempsey's a good shout. He was a bad man in his prime. Exactly. That's the one I could think of. No, this is the only one. I'm reviewing this one. That's it. A la Atlas. Just this. I'm treating it like a Toronto game because it's Toronto's group. So just 1 live, 1 review. Even though this one's boring. Hey, we could beat either team, to be honest, if we actually gave a shit. That's what I'm taking out of this. We could beat either team if we actually give a shit and actually scored a goal or 2. I would bet on no second goal. Like, New York should score, but they won't. That just seems like the story of the game. They're sort of hard done by here. I'm not going to lie. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I mean, it's not a bad bet to take. Hit that super chat button as well. To me, Toronto could beat either of these teams. That's the one thing I'm taking away from this. If they gave a shit. If they play like they did the past 4 games and they don't care when it hits the 90th minute, we may have some problems. But if they actually care and try to use the Leagues Cup as like their last chance to put the spoon in the sugar to make the medicine of this horrible season go down, we may win. What's the most controversial take you had lately? Let's see. I think I've been pretty on the money so far. I guess the Randy Moss is better than Jerry Rice take. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Randy Moss is better than Jerry Rice take. I still stand by it, but that's probably the one. Yeah. Nothing really currently has been controversial. But yeah, The Randy Moss, Jerry Rice take. Or the Mississippi State's winning the national title take. But that just may be me being me. I think people just laugh at that until... People are going to laugh at that until it happens. People are going to laugh at Mississippi State's winning the national title until it happens. But I'll let you laugh. I'll be the last one laughing when they win in Houston. I'll be the last one laughing. Don't worry. Do you think Atlas could be a threat to Toronto? If Ozan Herrera plays, as long as they shut him down, they won't be a threat. If he doesn't play, they're not a threat. If they can't shut down Ozan, at some point he's going to score. So if Ozan Herrera plays and he looks like he's about to be a world beater, yes, they're a threat. If they could shut him down, there's no threat. If he's not playing like tonight, there's no threat. Ozan Herrera is the only person I'm worried about on this Outlaw squad, to be honest. Just wait. I agree with that, but for some reason they're not. 75th minute. Atlas's next match is on July 30th against Toronto at 6:30. What about Landon Donovan better than Christian Pulisic? No, I think Pulisic's better than Donovan. I think Dempsey's better than both, but I think Pulisic is better than Donovan. And Pulisic really hasn't even had that good of a European career. I mean, Donovan didn't either. He really made his name in MLS, if we're being honest. Like, Landon Donovan's European career was about nothing. At least Pulisic's had some moments. Like, Pulisic didn't have to do much to have a better European career, and he still had a pretty bad European career. He won the Champions League. He won the Club World Cup. And honestly, Pulisic's had better moments with the USA than Donovan did. 76 minutes, so... I still think Dempsey's better than both, but Donovan's European career was absolutely horrible. At least Pulisic has a Champions League. Exactly. Klose or Mueller? Thomas Mueller, yeah. Give me him. Thomas Mueller, yeah. '77th minute. New York, got to find that equalizer. Mueller slightly, yeah. Cross in. Oh, what a save. Well, that was far. What about Robin better than Ribery? Robin's better, yeah. Iron Robin's better, yeah. Iron Robin's better than Frank Ribery, yeah. That's pretty obvious. I do respect Donovan, but his European career was absolutely fraudulent. And Pulisic's had a bad European career too. So the fact that Pulisic, that just shows you how bad Donovan's European career was. If Pulisic could easily overtake it, be injured 5 times every year. and have 3 managers basically just drop him on the bench anyway. Crazy. 78th minute. I hope I didn't anger the no era penal, folks. No era penal! No era penal! Man. What about Del Piero better than Trezeguet? Yeah, I agree with that. Alessandro Del Piero is the better player. That's not hard to say. No era penal! No era penal! Cross in. And that's going to be given away. Ay, that was bad. 79th minute throw in for New York. I know we're talking about the Juventus Trezeguet. '79th minute. Donovan's a horrible pundit saying recruiting dual nationals is wrong. Landon doesn't know what he's talking about. Can you imagine if the USA didn't have Serginho Dest and the others? Yeah, they'd be even worse. Like, I get the dual national craze under, like, the Klinsmann dual nationals were horrible. I get that. But Berhalter, the dual nationals he's recruited, they've actually been very foundational to the current U.S. men's national team. So, I agree. NYCFC and Watchalong should be embarrassed by this performance. And Toronto better be hopeful. Like, if this doesn't give Toronto the thought that they could actually do something in this tournament and build some belief, I don't know what the hell they're smoking. So, you know what? There we go. Pirlo or Ronaldinho? Well, that's two different players. Pirlo was a defensive midfielder who was silky smooth, and Ronaldinho was a forward. You can't compare them. Like, Ronaldinho's better because he scored more goals and he showed more skills. I think that's very disingenuous to compare Pirlo and Ronaldinho. And they're doing a triple or a double sub. Justin Hawk is coming on, and Monsef Bakrar is coming on. Yeah, I would say, yeah, you're probably right. Hugo Sanchez. Talish Magno for Monsef Bakrar, and Justin Hawk is coming on. So, one sub for New York will not be used. Whether they make the penalties or not. 81st minute. Which Mexican player do you wish came back to play? I don't know. I'd say Cuauhtemoc Blanco. 81st minute. Cuauhtemoc Blanco was just levels. Kaká or Chicharito? Ooh, Kaká. It's like Outlaws is just inviting New York into the attacking area. They're just sitting back and giving New York a chance to attack. Because at the very least, you're not giving up 2 goals in 10 minutes. You're at least going to penalties if you allow one. There's no way New York is scoring 2 goals in 10 minutes plus. If you could hold them for about 5 more minutes, the worst that could happen is you're going to penalties if you're Atlas. You at least get a point. What if Cuauhtemoc Blanco becomes Mexico's coach? I don't think he should. I think they should. Like, if it's not Jimmy Lozano, you're shooting yourself in the foot. At least right now. Now, if Jimmy's welcome is worn out, I guess that would be fine. But still. Would you rather have prime Patrick Vieira or prime Yaya Toure on TFC's squad today? Vieira, easily. Vieira was a bulldog. Like, that man never accepted a loss. Like, he was a bulldog. Shot saved by Vargas. Like, to me personally, Vieira, 100%. He has that bulldog mentality I wish the TFC squad had. Like, Patrick Vieira is a bulldog. When he was playing, he was a bulldog. So, to me personally, I think Vieira has the type of play style that I'd want to see, to be honest. Torres or Villa? Well, I mean, Fernando Torres is a poison chalice in my book. He did win with Chelsea, but David Villa, honestly. As a player, David Villa. Like, playing talent-wise, David Villa. But that's all I'm making my decision based off there. And Salazar's an idiot. No. I never listened to Salazar. Like, legitimately, I only laugh at him. Like, that dude is an idiot. I don't know if he is an idiot or they make him be an idiot. I don't know if it's a gimmick or not. I think he believes his own bullshit. Personally. I think Salazar believes his own bullshit. And no, he's an idiot. Jimmy Lozano should be Mexico's coach, if only for the reason, one, he's won a bronze medal at the Olympics, and with the same team pretty much, that wasn't his squad to call up. It was already called up. He won the Gold Cup. He's proven. And the players want him. The players want Jimmy Lozano. The fans want Lozano. He has brought life back to the Mexican national team. If he doesn't get the job just for that reason, you're shooting yourself in the foot. So, Prime Gennaro Gattuso or N'Golo Kante? Gattuso. NYCFC led in a goal in the 7th minute. Went off Barraz's hands. They didn't even mark Aldo Rocha. And New York's pretty much dominated the game the whole time, though. But they're down 1-0. That's what you missed. And New York just hadn't been able to score. Why did United Arsenal go to penalties when United won 2-0? Probably for them to practice penalties. Smart decision. It's just like what Liverpool did in their Dubai Super Cup in the winter. They had all their games ended in penalties because they went to penalties no matter what. I like the idea, to be honest. If you're playing a team worth a damn, you should go to penalties after 90 just to practice. It's preseason. Should be practicing penalties. If I was a manager, I'd be doing that every game. I'd be like, hey, especially if I was, I don't know, managing TFC. If I was in preseason, I'd be like, we're practicing pens after the 90. We're practicing penalties. Because when it happens, I wouldn't want my team to be shocked. But in a game setting, though, practicing and training is not the same. You need to practice in a game setting. Like, training is one thing. You need to also practice in game setting when it really doesn't matter. Yeah, there should be some pressure. But in the end, it's something different. And here's a chance. NYCFC to take a free kick. Puts it over. Headed away. Into the box once again. Falls down. Justin Haak! Goal! 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 NYCFC! Justin Haak! The rebound falls to him and he pops it in. We're at least going to penalties. There it is for New York. Justin Haak scores. In the 87th minute, 80 minutes later, they finally get theirs. 1-1. Uno. Justin Haak. And besides, only one team will get 2 points, and they'll be splitting the points. That helps Toronto as well. Justin Haak right there. Beautiful. Nice ball in. Headed away. Second ball won. Falls to Haak, and he just puts it away near post. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Boom. Penalties. Well, let's see what happens in the next couple of minutes. Let's see. Maybe NYC wins outright. Who knows? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. Super chats are on as well. Justin Haak scores. The homegrown. '88th minute. So Outlaws pay the price. VAR. Somebody says. Rotloss could get fucked. Exactly. I found out there's a Club Atletico Atlanta in Argentina's second division level. Yeah, that's crazy. Who's your favorite manager of all time? Oh, Jose Mourinho. Yeah, it's probably Jose Mourinho. I mean, I don't think he's not offside when the ball's played to him. He drops back in. We stay for Pueblo, Minnesota. No, I got to review this. I mean, he's onside. The last defender is in front of him. Like, that's not offside. That's not offside. That's not offside. I don't think so, at least. I don't think it's offside. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. They're really checking this. I don't think he's off. If they take this away, that's going to be scummy. I don't see it. I don't see the offside. He was on. In my opinion, the last defender was behind him. He's in front of the last defender. Yeah, I would bet so. I think it's on. I think it's on. If it was my decision, I don't know why they're even checking it, but from what I saw, I think it's onside. We're into the 90th minute. So, whenever they call this down, if it's off, I'll be pissed. Me too, and I'm not even an NYCFC fan. I think they would have got screwed, but why are they taking so long? Like, to me, that doesn't seem like a clear and obvious error if it's taking this long. If it's taking this long, it's not a clear and obvious error. To me, I think it's a goal. Like, you don't take this long if it's a clear and obvious error. No goal. And it's no goal. It was offside. Offside. Wow. 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 Rotloss gets lucky. Man, Rotloss just got lucky there. The referees do the bidding of Rotloss once again on VAR. Are we surprised? I don't think so. Rotloss gets the bidding of VAR done for them once again. I'm not surprised. Rotloss paid the refs. 92nd minute. But Santi save! Saved by Camilo Vargas. I thought ball don't lie. Offside anyway. Jesus Lord. 92nd minute. How much stoppage time? Offside for the first. Well, both of them. But still. Rotloss paid the refs. Man, hope Toronto beats the shit out of them. Odd loss isn't that good, though. So you know what? I like our chances. Let's go to the 98th minute. 6 minutes of stoppage time. You know, I like our chances. Was that actually offside? I don't think so. I think Rotloss paid the refs like they normally do. What's that meme where the VAR? Yeah, no, Rotloss did it again. They paid the refs. Shot. Past the post. Corner. Was that offside? I don't think it was actually offside. I think Rotloss paid the refs. Rotloss paid the refs. Not offside. That was robbery. You know the refs do this for Rotloss all the time. They steal VAR calls all the time. This is just Rotloss's favorite thing is to have some BS VAR calls. Short corner. You know it's their favorite thing. CONCACAF clowns. Sadly, it's not pro, but these referees are lemon lurkers. CONCACAF. These referees might not be pro, but they're certainly dressed like lemon lurkers. Why don't the ref look at it? Because they're trying to steal a goal. Would you ever become a pro referee even if you got paid good money? No, they make me, if I would only get paid good money if I went along with their bullshit. Did you see what they did to Ismail El-Faz as soon as he went to Qatar? They haven't let him ref many games because he's actually good. He makes them look everywhere. You know, he makes them look bad everywhere if he's reffing games. So I don't know. No. CONCACAF, Lamau. Especially by Jack Warner. 95th minute. This will go to the 98th minute. Toronto. How about you throw the tomatoes at the VAR, people? Final sub for Atlas. Robles for Guzman. '96th minute. New York. Will ball don't lie? Because you would hope so. Right to Vargas. Getting pressed by Bakrar. Doesn't get there. 2 minutes to go. Legitimately, New York just got screwed. I couldn't see the offside either, but I wasn't paid. But I wasn't the one that got paid. Foul, free kick. Bet's still good for 150. Yeah, that's the one good thing. You're going to get paid too. Did you pay the refs on behalf of Rotloss? Was that you? Or was on behalf of Rotloss? El Rotloss. You know what? I might just put that meme on the freaking thumbnail. Why not? I might go find one of those Rotloss VAR memes and put it on the thumbnail because that legitimately is the truth. If they win this, 1 minute to go. What place will Miami finish in regular season? 10th. 10th seems safe. Rotloss. VAR was more than 6 minutes. '98th minute. I have to. Like, I seriously have to. Like, I know they're in Toronto's group, but Rotloss just screwed New York. Seriously. 10 seconds to go. New York up against it. They should be drawing 1-1 right now. And it's full time. Nope. And it's full time. 1-0 to Atlas. 1-0. New York got screwed. They dominated the game besides the one goal they allowed. Sort of got screwed. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put some plays. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you within the hour for the review of this match. See you then. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Atlas wins 1-0, 1-0. In a screw job, mind you. See ya.